Hello YouTube, Josh here on another episode of I Eat Biscuits for Breakfast with my special guest Michael.
What's up?
And today we're going to be looking at the 2017, I think it's, I will 100% correct myself, I'll 100% find out.
Was it
the
2017?
Yeah, it was 100% it was the David Leitch, I think it was. I don't think it's Leitch, I don't know how to pronounce his surname. It was one of the directors of John Wick. And he brings us Atomic Blonde. It was only 2 hours. I thought it was longer than that.
So did I.
I always thought this was like 2:20.
But then it's one of those films that feels really long, doesn't it?
Oh, it feels
It's
super long.
It's such a slow burner.
And that is leading as a good segue into our first experiences. Michael, what was your first experience with the film?
I quite enjoyed it. I did get bored throughout sitting in the cinema with it, but I did enjoy it.
It is definitely David Leitch as well. The director of...
Sure it's pronounced Leitch?
I don't know how it's pronounced, but he did John... I'm pretty sure he, as a director, he did Deadpool 2, he did Atomic Blonde, he did John Wick.
It's spelled L-E-I, isn't it?
L-E-I... L-E-I-T-C-H.
Yeah, thought so. Yeah.
Yeah, he's also directing Hobbs and Shaw.
Oh.
So it's quite interesting.
I haven't seen the trailer for that yet, and I don't know if I'm going to watch it.
Ridiculous. But yeah, Atomic Blonde. Michael, what was your first experience with Atomic Blonde?
Oh, I enjoyed it, but I did get bored.
For me, we saw it together. We actually saw Batman and Harley Quinn first, didn't we?
Yeah, which was awesome.
That was a lot of fun.
That was a good film. We're gonna have to do that at some point.
Potentially. But that was a lot of fun. We saw that just before because we was literally walking into the cinema. I was like, "Oh crap, that's on today, isn't it?" Because like one time thing, I was thinking about going.
Yeah.
And I said, "Michael, can we just do the 9 o'clock? That's on." And he was like, "Yeah." So we went to see both, and this is the inferior film in my opinion. It just I hated it.
Yeah.
I really didn't like it.
You despised it.
Bored to the point where, from an objective level, the action was really good. I just couldn't appreciate it because of how bored I was.
Yeah.
So without further ado, to hopefully make this 4-hour train wreck feel like it goes on for slightly less longer, let's get on with the film. I'm going to be pressing play in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, play. I just press play on the Blu-ray. So yeah, speaking of the Blu-ray, my friend Michael, he's the one who's got the Blu-ray, and he's got a really nice steelbook.
Yes. It has a really nice steelbook. I love the artwork on it.
That's the thing. Like, a lot of bad films get really good steelbooks. Like,
Yeah.
I was so tempted to get the Valerian one.
I didn't bother with Valerian. I didn't see it. I didn't see the steelbook. I didn't take any interest in it.
The steelbook looks so damn good. I saw the film. I didn't like it.
I've got a steelbook for Suicide Squad, and then
That's actually in 3D, isn't it? As well.
is it?
Yeah. So
Yeah,
it's got a 3D disc.
Yeah, I got. A 3D
I've
copy
actually
as
got
well.
XMen Apocalypse in 3D as well. And yeah, my daughter's like, oh, I forgot to put the subtitles on.
Joshua.
What is this? Guys, sorry, we've had to restart the film. Because I'm a pleb. And I pressed the wrong button.
You with us for longer today.
I apologise, because I think I know what button I should have pressed.
Anyway, this will be my third watch. It'll be your second one.
Third? When did you watch it last?
Yeah, I watched it again when I got it on Steelbook. Yeah.
Yeah, I borrowed it to watch it, but I just never got around to it.
Yeah, so this will be your second, won't it?
Yep. Oh, it's gone straight back into it.
Oh, that's handy.
So yeah, we just had the crowd cheering, and apologies for that.
You'll hear bits, I guess.
Hopefully, I hope you guys can't, because I don't want copyright bots to be like, oh, I can faintly hear that.
I mean, I could faintly hear some bits of the Fantastic Mr. Fox one.
Yeah, but it was like really faint.
Yeah.
So yeah, this
has a lot of music in though, doesn't it?
Yeah. This film, I remember the style distinctly.
Yeah, I've got to say the music does fit this film very well.
I mean, it's based on a graphic novel, isn't it?
I think so, yeah.
As far as I know. And maybe it's a good graphic novel because the pacing is a little bit better. That's funny. Just the abruptness of that.
Yeah.
Like, it's just so abrupt and just I remember this being a little bit brutal, like surprisingly brutal as well, wasn't it?
Yes. The action is a bit brutal at points.
Like, because I could have swore it was one of those films. I was like, how was that 15?
Yeah.
It might have been one of those films.
That was partly why I liked it.
Yeah,
because of the action.
I'm the type of 16-year-old to see 18s in cinemas, so I'm not really like, what's the word? Phased by it.
Yeah, I'm not phased by it, but I enjoy it. I enjoy.
Also, I like how
brutality.
this film uses one C bomb in the first 3 minutes. Like, there's a C bomb in 3 minutes, and I have a phone call from an 01 number. No thanks.
You know what to do with that.
Ignore it.
Yeah,
so that is quite ballsy to use this one C word that early in.
Yeah.
Like, 'cause it sets a tone.
Yeah, I forgot there was the C-bomb there, to be fair.
And here we get Battered and Bruised and Naked Charlize Theron.
Yeah.
And this...
Those bruises look painful, bro.
Yeah. And, by the way, the reason we're doing Atomic Blonde, it's not for no reason. It's because first of all, John Wick 3 is coming out soon. There will be an episode on John Wick the day before John Wick 3 comes out. And because Longshot tomorrow, or as of you guys hearing this, tomorrow Longshot gets its release. I saw it at an unlimited screening last night, as of recording this. And I can say it is painfully predictable. But also, can we just appreciate the sort of the design? Like, this film has a very blue aesthetic.
It has a very, like, cold blue
aesthetic.
Yeah.
Like, the look.
It's very cold.
Yeah. But it doesn't look like typical, like, it just looks different. I like it.
It's not doing it like DC would.
Yeah, it looks different.
It's not dark.
I like how different it looks. But yeah, the reason we're doing it is because Longshot's coming out, and I personally thought it was painfully predictable. Like, if you named a beat in a rom-com film, it hit that beat. Like, you don't even have to name that beat. I can tell you it hit that. And it was, like, painfully predictable, and it was cringe humour at times, especially during the first act. Like, it didn't get outwardly funny, really, until sort of, like, the second half. Which, actually, I have a funny story to tell. So, when I was at the cinema, there was a trailer for Booksmart, which is the next unlimited screening on Monday. And there's a line in the trailer, right, from the song, where it goes, "Picture me as a bag of dicks, put me to your lips." Like, it just the line was horrible. I laughed.
Painful.
Right? I laughed. I was looking at my phone, I laughed. The guy next to me, okay, we're going to call him Dirty Look Dave, right? No clue who he is, right? Just some guy next to me, right? I will refer to him as Dirty Look Dave. He gives me the dirtiest look, alright?
I'll laugh if he's listening.
Hi, Dirty Look Dave. And sorry to the Dave that I know actually does listen. It's not me. I highly doubt you'd be this kind of stone cold, stroppy bollocks, but...
Maybe he was just having a really bad day, man.
Well, he's seen a comedy. That's
Maybe
the funniest thing. Longshot is a comedy. So, we've gone... Like, I'm laughing at like that.
Maybe that's why he was having a really bad day.
So, I'm laughing at that, and I've seen the dirty look he gave me, right? But I've sort of seen it out the corner of my eye. So I thought, oh, alright, boring. Oh yeah, it's based on a graphic novel. with the Coldest City. But yeah, the one of the John Wick directors. But yeah, the whole and I love the style of this film as well. But yeah, when I was in the cinema, I was watching the film. I was like, sort of it's cringe humor, and it wasn't particularly like funny all the way through. So every time I laughed, it would be a bigger laugh, like
because it pulled off a good joke.
Yeah, like it just felt like I was either cringing or I was laughing and cringing. The guy must not have liked it because he told me to calm down. Like, now, I don't think I was like overly loud as well. Like, if there was any moments where I thought I was going to be ridiculously loud laughing, I put my hands over my mouth. I just try and like muffle it. So, I don't get what his problem was, right? So, you know, he told me to calm down, so I've sort of took it like, oh, wow, that's weird. And, like, the rest of the scene, the thing that actually made me laugh was a line about the song Broccoli. And if you guys know the song, then you guys know what the line in the song is, and you'll know why the Secretary of Fields, like, or you know why it's quite funny hearing Seth Rogen say that's his favourite song to the Secretary of Field. Alright, very mild spoilers, sorry. But that joke, I thought that was surprisingly funny. And then, what was the next line? Yeah, later on, there's a line that I won't spoil because I don't remember the whole line. I remember there was what I remember, it was about there's obviously sexist news report station. Now these guys were like overblown, like obviously sexist. So we've got they're saying, oh yes, here to talk about girl power, and there were three of them. I can't remember two. It was like Chris Brown and Brett Ratner, and to me, I thought that was really funny. Right, so I've sort of laughed in my hand, and the guy next to me, he's like, Dirty Look Dave, he's looked over and he's gone, look, you calm down, please. I'm like, it's a comedy film. I'm laughing at the line. Like, what the hell do you expect me to do? Just sit there stone? And he said, you're rocking the chair. Like,
yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry, would you rather me squeal with laughter or, like, move a little bit? Like, I would hate to see him in American audiences. Have you seen, like, I've heard American audiences all standing up and cheering.
It's not even like the situation I was in with Louis and Dennis, where we got threatened after Space Odyssey, because we were making jokes between us to make it a bit more interesting for us.
Because they didn't like it. I was riveted.
We wasn't brought in by it as easily, and we ended up getting threatened after the film. At least you didn't get threatened, right?
No,
so
because he lumped me in with the group, so I was particularly offended as well because mainly I was just pissed at you guys, but
yeah.
But yeah, this whole...
But he looked at us, and while he was saying it, like, that was a fun trip to the cinema, wasn't
it? Yeah. Yeah. The film... This whole scene is your obligatory exposition dump at the beginning of the spy film.
Almost every spy film has this.
There's a series of spy books called Cherub. I don't know if you guys have heard of them.
Yeah.
It starts with the recruit. Michael, you don't need to go, yeah, I've got them all right there. They're literally right in front of you. But
I wasn't looking at them, okay?
Yeah, but oh, Jesus Christ, my sock. But yeah, he no, what was I saying? Yeah. There's in them books there's like a segment I always hated getting when I got up to them to read, because it was like, oh, I have to slog through this whole exposition dump.
Find where it ends.
But like,
let me just.
Yeah, but this scene is so generic.
Yeah.
Like it just feels this is just so obligatory. And oh look, it's Thomas. Like, what's his name in
Thomas.
Chronicles of Narnia? Thomas, something like that.
Oh,
Thomas.
The half goat guy, isn't it?
Yeah.
I can't remember his name.
Yeah, exactly. Neither can I. That's the problem.
They did call him Thomas, no, didn't they?
It's something like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's either that or one of the other 25 personalities he has. I'm including Magneto in that. Yeah. But yeah. See. I mean, he's got a point. He did his part.
Yeah. Can we talk about this girl's hair?
Yeah, that one in the background.
Dude, that's very tall.
It's very distracting.
Very bright and very distracting.
It feels like, okay, it's like there's. You guys might not have heard of it. There's a film Red Joan. It came out this year, like not long ago actually.
Mm-mm.
I saw it, and it's about a woman who's denying that she's a communist. Essentially, she says she's not a communist. She did leak stuff to the Russians, but she's not a communist. And like this was back in World War II. But when she's saying she's not a communist, in the present day, which is 2000 in the film's case, she puts a coffee mug down with Stalin's face on it. I can't help but think.
Just take that scene and put the USSR anthem over it.
See, what I can't help but think, right? Scenes like that, and the girl with the pink hair in this is just some. It's just some really pissed off production assistant has said, right, you're getting a Stalin mug.
The thing was, in that scene, she was so like designed as a punk, and no one else was.
Yeah, like
in the background, and it was a bit, he out of place.
Like he's sort of like, I guarantee some poor production assistant has just said, right, or some like makeup artist said, right, we're doing your hair bright pink. Why? Because the director said so. She gets on set. Why is your hair so pink? They said you said so. I can just imagine it's hell for the person, but
yeah.
It would
You'd be having a really bad day, wouldn't you?
Yeah, but it really, like, I can just imagine some really pissed off hair design, like hair and makeup artist.
Yeah.
I actually completely forgot about this. Like,
So did
forgot about most of this film.
Yeah.
Like the scene just
cool.
there where he was asking for the hat. The scene there where he was asking for the list, I sort of had a vague recollection of. None of this I have any recollection of.
But then again, it's not one of those films that you remember a lot for story moments, is it?
Yeah,
like,
but just
you remember how you felt about the film and not much about the film.
Can you still hear about it? Cool.
Yeah.
Good. Also, okay. Shots at this direct angle, like shots at the 90th degree of that angle. I adore shots like that.
Yeah, that spin shot was awesome.
Yeah. And this film,
the music suits this film really well.
Yeah,
because
like,
it's just a timepiece with the music and everything.
It is obviously nostalgia pandering.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Like they've been doing this for like the last 10 years nearly.
Yeah, like Guardians did it. Like come on. It'll be used everywhere else as well.
Charlize Theron is almost unrecognisable in some of her roles.
She really is, isn't she?
Because if you look at her in Mad Max, in this, and then in Long Shot, it's almost like you could do a fuck, marry, kill with them. Like, I feel they're like completely different people.
Yeah.
So it's like, and we don't need to answer that, by the way. We don't need to answer who's who.
Do we not?
No point. But yeah, this is
I mean, I haven't seen her in all of the films, so.
This is the inciting incident of the film right here. Her getting in the car and
being taken away.
I think it's her getting to Germany.
Yeah, it is.
But this scene, the action scene is about to come up. It just feels so much like Deadpool. I can't remember what other films. I remember there were other films that did it.
That's what it was. It's that the Porsche started following them. That's why it held on the airport so long. So I didn't notice it the first two times.
Neither did I.
But you see it drive along.
I didn't notice it the first two times either. But yeah, what I like the indoor, like the inside of the cars fights.
Yeah.
We had one in Deadpool. Then the next year we had it in Atomic Blonde and Kingsman.
Oh yeah, we had it in Kingsman as well, didn't we?
Yeah. Like.
But this is. It's a well directed scene. Directed.
Yeah.
That was a brain fart. That. Yeah, it's a well directed scene.
But it's when it's like
it's
derivative.
Done a lot. Yeah.
Especially like in the last year, we've had 3 of the same action scene. Like, come on. I think it's because the Deadpool one was leaked.
Yeah.
It was leaked in like 14, I think.
It doesn't remind me a lot of the Deadpool one, to be fair, though.
It does or doesn't?
It doesn't.
Well, she just kicked someone out of the car.
Yeah, but it's because of how...
The style...
How everything goes in the Deadpool one doesn't remind me of this because...
Yeah, from a directing...
This is all... It's not very...
They're not...
Like, most of the fighting was slowed. It was...
Yeah.
It's different, but...
The problem I have...
In some cases, not different enough.
The problem I have with it is... It's the same thing.
Yeah.
Look. Yeah, but it's like the same sequence. It's like if you had 3... It's like if you have... It's like with the dog films that keep coming out. We get so many of them that, yeah, they may be different, but they feel the same. Like, I feel like I've seen Dog's Day, I've seen A Dog's Way Home.
Mm-hmm.
I don't need to go out and watch. I've seen Patrick, I don't need to go out and watch A Dog's Journey.
Yeah.
Like,
speaking of Dog's Journey, that's a sequel?
Yeah. That is
I didn't find this out until when we went to see Endgame.
That is a sequel to not Detective Pikachu. I just saw an honest trailer for a Pokemon thing on my phone. That is a sequel
to Detective Pikachu.
No, it's a sequel to A Dog's Purpose from 2017. I remember that came out not too long after I got my unlimited. No, not too long before I got my unlimited card. I could have actually went to see it, but I heard good things about it from people that like dog films. I don't like dog films. So, yeah, not good. I didn't see it. Yeah, it's
Percival was such a spy name in it. It
no,
really is.
He's gone to Germany and he's got the most British name you can come across. Percival is like, I imagine him to be in a knight's armor.
So Percival.
If not, he's wearing suits all the time.
Also, can we talk about how he just does this in broad daylight and no one gives a shit?
Yeah.
He just took a man out of the boot of his car.
Yeah. And it'll look at... Okay. We've seen this scene as well in a million other films. In The Raid, there's a very similar scene like this. How many of the... I reckon... I haven't seen this since it was in cinemas in
Yeah,
August.
again, the punk thing.
Yeah. It just looks so different. I guarantee a few of them are going to die here. It's almost guaranteed.
I think a few do.
Right, because they did this scene in The Raid as well. You know when something just feels derivative of other films?
Yeah. Yeah, I think he whacks him with the board,
Either the board or the boombox. I think with the boombox it's going to hurt more.
No, it wouldn't. The
Really?
board has metal on it.
The boombox is metal.
No, they were mostly surrounded by plastic. weren't they?
Oh yeah.
So.
Well, it depends what side of the.
This is a really great scene, though.
That's just funny. But yeah.
See?
Okay, yeah. From that angle, from the wheels side first, yes,
Yeah.
It'll hurt more. From
And it's pure wood as well. Don't forget.
Yeah.
It's gonna be thick wood too, and it will be even heavier because of the trucks on it.
All right. Just because you skate. I like how they all can't just sit there and do anything. They can't act intimidated. They can't even crack a smile.
Yeah.
At the absurdity of it. We all know some people like that. Your Spotify started acting up. So okay, his Spotify. I think it started acting up. It was skipping back and forth with songs.
Stopped working completely.
So instead of rebooting Spotify, instead of rebooting his computer, he's punched it. Like, knuckles first. Punch.
I can still see the point where my knuckle hit.
The screen is shattered. He has to plug it into the TV for it to work. And
I can't do that on my TV anymore because my TV now works as a second screen.
Oh no.
I'm just going to get a new laptop.
See, I just find that hilarious. Your first response is, shit, it's haunted. Like, that... I don't know why.
I just got mad.
Because it's haunted. Oh god. That honestly, it killed me when I heard about that. And Sophia Boutella in the second disappointing film of 2017 that she was in. Yeah, Sophia Boutella, she seems to be in just hit and miss films.
Mm.
Like, there are some films.
Well, did anyone actually like the Mummy remake, though?
No.
Exactly.
And people actually don't like
hit
this.
And miss is kind of wrong in that sense.
Okay, yeah. The Mummy was a miss. This was a hit, apparently.
Was it really?
Critical response was positive. But yeah, I don't like this film.
That shows how much this film sticks with you, though. I don't even remember the reception from it. Like,
I remember Chris Stuckman gave it a C. But the film just... Oh my God. The film, for me, I just found it boring. Like, the style couldn't save it.
Yeah.
It was 2 hours of boredom. Oh, God. To the point where I can't even get 25 minutes in without yawning.
You genuinely made me yawn then.
Yep. See, I like the stylistic shift between these scenes and the other scenes. I'd like it more if it was consistent.
Yeah, I like how it breaks it up, but it doesn't do it as consistently, which gets a bit annoying.
Yeah. So, hopefully you guys can't hear my parents who don't know I'm recording, even though I told them. But yeah.
You're really loud.
I've got to be, because people don't know. But yeah, so this, I just can't imagine doing that. I feel that must be plastic ice. That has to be, because, like, I don't get how she could do that. Just bathe in ice.
Athletes do it as well, don't they? So.
Yeah, I think it must be good for the. she's a hardened killer, and that's her T-shirt. Like Boy London. Why does it just?
But like,
it's like John Wick killing people in his pajamas.
I pull something, and get hurt. I go for a warm bath, really.
Yeah.
I think, oh, warm bath, relaxing.
He just took all that beating with his cigarette still in his mouth.
That's badass.
Yeah. See,
That's a good line, isn't it?
Yeah. Let's see. This?
Parsifal has a charisma to him, doesn't he?
Yeah.
He has a strong charisma to him.
I think this film has definitely benefited from us commentating over it.
Oh yeah.
Because it doesn't feel like we're 25 minutes in. Instead, it feels like, well, it felt last time like it was an hour in at this point.
Yeah, it's a slow burn film.
It is. And I like a good slow burn film, don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
Films like Hereditary, It Comes at Night, even Avengers Endgame to an extent,
Mm.
they're like topping my year's lists. But there's just a point where you just got to look at it like, stop.
It's a good slow burn film if you watch it with a friend, like at home.
Yeah, when you've just sit in the cinema.
But it's one of the ones it's too long to just sit in the cinema and watch because you've got to be quiet and everything.
I feel like if this was 90 minutes, maybe, like they'd condense the story down to a 90-minute runtime, it would have been a bit more bearable. Because also, I know this is the same director. It feels like John Wick. Like, for example, Deadly Assassin has someone break into their hotel. That's from John Wick Chapter 2, which came out earlier that year. It had, there was this scene was in pretty much both John Wicks.
Yeah, it was, wasn't it?
It feels...
But then that scene wasn't so related to it because, there's no clear...
Yeah, he's not there to buy she's not there to buy weapons, but...
Yeah.
You know where something just feels like...
It's like a timepiece with influences of John Wick.
It doesn't even feel like it's just John Wick. It feels just derivative of everything that's come before it.
Yeah, I see what you mean.
Like, we've seen a lot of it before. It doesn't feel like it's presenting anything fresh. And I feel like that's purely a stylistic thing. Stylistically, it's not presenting anything fresh.
Yeah.
Like, okay, the shots like that, I think are really cool. Like, James Wan does them really well.
Yeah.
And I actually based a whole short film shoot on that recently. On the idea of shooting something on its side so it looks like gravity is really messed up. And I had my friend Louis crawl down the hill. I hope he comes on the podcast at one day.
He's got
But yeah. This scene, I remember it from the trailers. This was one I was really looking forward to. And I think it's probably an early indicator that I wasn't going to like this film. Because, like I say early indicator, it's half hour, and it's like the end of the first act. It's going into the second act. But yeah. What do you think of the narrative style?
It's
like stylistically, I know it's got a distinct enough look, like the whole grey silver look, that it works. But from a narrative standpoint,
it's good, but it's a bit.
I think it drains a little bit of tension because we see she gets beat up, but we see that she survives.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ, Michael. I'm holding it back now. But yeah.
Join me.
But yeah. I can't tell whether this is being up till 2 a.m. when I have to get up at 6 a.m. for college, or 6:30 a.m. for college.
Yeah.
Or if it's just a dull film. Because it's not like it's not the worst film you could be watching. Like, Little is out in cinemas at this point. That is horrendous.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh.
I had to helplessly watch two of my friends walk into the screen to watch it. It was not a pleasant experience. I was going to ask them to come see Red Joan. I asked them if they wanted to come see Red Joan instead with me. Turns out I was not as bad of a decision, but still a bad decision.
Ouch.
Like, so I like how she turns music on. Like, yep, they know I'm here. Music.
Yeah. It's a smart move as well.
Yeah. Oh God, I feel so bad for yawning. But yeah, it just pushes the soundtrack even more. To be fair.
Yeah.
Which is weird. I didn't see like a blockbuster soundtrack for this when it came out.
The thing you don't get from this that you do in John Wick is the you fucked with John Wick, you're wrong for doing this.
Yeah.
And I like that there's not that. I like that she's not known in a sense.
Yeah.
Because that makes it feel a little different. Because again, like with spy films, a lot of the time they have heard of the spy,
Ooh, 007.
You know?
Yeah, I don't even know her name. I think it's Lorraine.
Yeah.
Like, okay, this scene, the action is well directed. It is good. But you know when it's like...
I like how this is also very, like...
It feels...
I
People were comparing it to John Wick. This just feels like The Raid.
I haven't seen it, but I can't compare
You
to that.
need to watch that.
But I feel like this is very makeshift. That fit, like...
The feeling of the action.
Felt very makeshift. Also, that would probably break her wrist.
Get the Wilhelm yell.
I feel like this would break her wrist.
Yeah, strong possibility. But yeah, that whole scene of fighting felt like The Raid, the sort of makeshift put a grenade in a fridge. Sort of like, you know, screw it, I'll stick to martial arts. I'll destroy him by slamming his neck on the door frame kind of thing. That's the sort of thing that happens in The Raid. And that's what that scene felt like. And even things like this is just, it just feels like The Raid. I feel like my biggest problem is...
Ow.
My biggest problem is that this film is derivative, I think. It's just derivative to the point of boredom. Like...
Yeah, I can see what you mean a lot, to be honest. But I could from the start anyway.
Right. It also seems like almost needlessly objectifying Charlize Theron here. Like, do you know when it's like?
Oh, she's a feminist now.
No. What I mean is like, there's like, it's like the Robin Thicke music video for Blurred Lines.
Where you had to...
You know, there's like the uncensored version.
Yeah, remember when that was going around?
Do you know? I found out about that music video like recently. I watched it, and the thing about it was the nudity just felt gratuitous. Like it just felt like, oh, of course they're naked.
Yeah.
And there was these huge thick, like hashtag thick over it.
Oh,
like
that was annoying. Yeah.
Like, I'm sorry, if you're gonna put random nudity in your music videos, at least don't shove red like text over it, like it's like you're the title cards in Civil War.
I mean, that song felt a bit rapey anyway, though.
Oh, definitely, that song is very rapey, but like it just
Blood lines, haha.
It just feels.
Yeah, no.
Like, if I can turn off and ignore the rapiness, I can enjoy that song. But like, it just it feels like there are a lot of shots where it feels rushed. Like, oh, and by the way, I've just received the graphics for the episode.
Ooh,
looks nice, don't they?
Yeah, nice. I like that.
I'm actually going to have that ready to compare when I see the shot. I'll point out when it is, but yeah, nice. Thanks. Yep. Huge shout out to Rebel Hoovian, aka Joe, for doing the graphics. Although, would have been much easier if you'd give me the template so I could have had this recorded straight onto video. Okay, little behind the scenes. First of all, I don't mean to be digging at Joe. He's huge. I hugely appreciate doing the graphics. I now have to spend like 2 hours editing. Like, and I don't mean editing as in I'm gonna spend 2 hours like watching through editing. I mean I've got to spend 2 hours sitting there waiting for the damn thing to render. I nearly pressed eject. I was gonna cry. I was gonna cry if I pressed eject. 35 minutes in, it's. God. But no, what I like to do is I like to have the art beforehand, so then I can put the art into OBS. I don't even know what this is, to be fair. I could put the art into OBS. Hang on, I think I might be. No, I don't. But yeah. Oh no, I know where that's from.
Yeah, it's a bit of a gun. Off of Simon Angel.
You son of a bitch! When did this happen? I have this. I'll get back to the thing with Joe in a minute. I have this. Don't think I forget about you, Joe.
He has an
Love you, buddy.
Orbeez, is it?
Yeah, some Orbs. Borbs, right?
He has a Bob's figure of Nicholas Angel
from Hot Fuzz.
And
I've just found the gun broke off of it. I will be throwing hands after the recording because no, it wouldn't be a bother if I'd got the 2,000 tickets to get it through like 4 games across the road. Right? If I spent £2, got it nice and cheap, done. I worked for this. I worked hard for this.
Yeah.
And it's broke.
Yeah, that sucks, man.
I will be having questions. There
will be words.
And there will be blood. But yeah.
I forgot about this pause.
Yeah, who's given her the thing? Is it as a guy? Have we seen him yet?
No.
But yeah, first of all, huge thank you to Joe for doing the art again. Like, majorly appreciate it. I like to record it straight into OBS, so I like to try and get the art in before we record.
Yeah.
So that I can record it straight into OBS and don't have to spend hours editing, because the upload can sometimes take a while. So I don't have to spend all day on Wednesday just editing, uploading, and sometimes even recording. Like, I didn't get to sleep until like 2 o'clock on the Thursday before Infinity War episode went up, because I was trying to upload it, and I had to upload it overnight, wake up in the morning and see it hadn't finished uploading.
No.
Like, it was that kind of painful. So I've said, look, so I asked him if I can get done, if I could get him to send me the template so I could do it. So I said, he said, it's not on my USB. So alright, can you get done? He said, I'll do it for you. I was like, alright, cheers. So I got him to, so he's done the art for me. I hugely appreciate it. But now I'm going to have to spend, how long do you reckon? 2 hours rendering?
Probably, yeah.
At least. To add on to the time uploading. Like, oh, it's just going to be frustrating. But it's no big deal. And again, thank you, Joe. It's huge. I'm hugely grateful for it. It's like, you know, when, like, also this is like the B plot. This is part of B plot.
Yeah.
This scene. Sophia Boutella. I'm like, I was saying this earlier. She was in The Mummy and she's in this. But she's also in Hotel Artemis, a film which I enjoy that film.
I need to watch it.
Like,
still.
It feels a little bit Tarantino-y at times, but there is still like some really nice stuff to it. Like, it's just a fun film. But yeah.
Can we talk about how she's still very beautiful with a butt chin, which you don't see a lot?
She got a butt chin.
Yeah, she has. You don't see it until it's a full-on, like,
oh yeah, I just saw it.
You might see it in some...
Yeah.
Yeah, see? Not Charlize Theron, by the way.
No. Although, if we're talking about look, she's better in Long Shot.
Oh, yeah.
I don't... See, that is, like, the thing, again, like, she can transform herself. That's, like, ridiculously talented.
She can kind of work anything, which is strange, but a skill.
Yeah, like, she is a really, like, committed actress. And I love the way she can, like, just change her appearance for her roles. Like, not... Yeah. She doesn't do it to the extent that Christian Bale does. Or to the extent that, like, Jared Leto. She's not that, but... Yeah.
Speaking of female actors, Uma Thurman's in a series on Netflix. I don't know if you've heard of it.
I'm just thinking of I think there's a pop song called Uma Thurman.
No, Uma Thurman's in a new series on Netflix about a girl who gets a heart transplant, and it's a horror series. So that looks interesting. I'll let you know what I think of it after I watch it.
For me, my problem with horror series is that, you know, when it's like, I want to sit there and either binge them all.
Yeah. Or you want to...
with TV, I watch TV differently. I will do something on my computer. I'll be editing on my computer. And I'll have my phone there with Netflix on.
Yeah, same. I was watching through Black Summer while playing games.
But horror, I can't do it like that.
Yeah.
I have to focus on horror.
Yeah, same.
Which is annoying. But I love horror films. Like, horror films are the best genre.
Yeah.
Don't fight me on that.
Yeah, horror's good. It's good to be...
Horror
is
my genre.
I mean, horror's a very hit and miss thing now, isn't it? Like,
Not in cinemas. See, there has only really been one horror film in cinemas I didn't like, and that was, what was it? The Curse of La Llorona.
Well, La Llorona.
Well, my problem with La Llorona was it had a very talented director, and you could see that in some sequences.
It was James Wan, wasn't it?
No, he produced it. It was Michael Chaves. You guys may know him from Bury a Friend, the Billie Eilish music video.
Oh, yeah.
He directed that. And
I remember now.
He is he's a very talented visual director. There are some amazing visuals in The Curse of La Llorona. There's even a really great tense sequence at the beginning, which if that sequence was towards the end, I would have completely looked over it because I would have been bored. But it was still a good sequence early on.
Can we talk about how people are using these in the background to slide down or skate on?
Yeah.
It's the sort of thing you don't see in a few films, and it's nice to see.
It just
people
reminds me
stupid.
I think it was The Italian Job.
I still haven't seen the original. But...
Yeah, but there's a scene where the cars drive up.
Yeah, they go
like that.
Yeah. They drive up a roundabout, don't they?
I don't remember, but I know I think it's The Italian Job's 50th this year.
Is it?
I know it's this year. I think it's definitely this year. Let me find that out, actually.
Oh, shit.
Because I love that film.
I just noticed something.
What?
So, there's this film called Stalker coming out in here, within the film, and she's being stalked. And you saw a poster a while back. I just noticed that.
I mean, that's very on the nose, but...
Yeah, it's very on the nose, but
also, June 2nd.
It's quite hidden as well.
June 2nd.
Oh, okay.
Is when the anniversary is. So, let me find out what day that is, actually. So, I know it's not a Thursday.
Can we talk about cinema scenes in films for a quick second?
Yeah, like...
Because...
The way...
We got one here. We got one in Final Destination, didn't we?
Which... Oh, the fourth one.
Yeah, I think it is, isn't it?
Yeah.
And he has to... Yeah, because he saves it from blowing up. He saves the cinema from blowing up, doesn't he? Well, they're
How
in
do
there.
you work an Android calendar?
Was there one in John Wick?
No.
No, there wasn't. But, like, they're always kind of very, very similar, aren't they?
Yeah. There's, like, not much you can do with the cinema scene.
Yeah.
Okay, you got action scenes like this that look really good visually. It's just, I have no investment in the story.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, cool, the action's really good. It doesn't matter, especially if it feels derivative of some other films.
Yeah.
Like, especially as we get the excellent slow burn Red Sparrow the year after this.
Yeah, that was a good film.
That was hardly focused on action, and that's a key stuck in his face.
That was an extremely badass film.
That was a great film.
That was
That was underrated.
I was surprised it was the age it was as well.
Yeah.
That definitely felt like an 18.
Yeah. It's a Sunday, the June 2nd. So,
See, I'm not sure if this is in a cinema screen or not now.
They're behind it, I think.
Oh no, because they just broke through it. So were they behind it?
Well,
or
I don't know what
cinemas.
I don't know what cinema screens were like in the 80s.
True.
Hell, I don't even know what they're like now. I've never touched one.
go up and touch it next time we go cinema.
Just hang around till after the credits and just be like...
No, during the credits, just...
My next cinema trip's a Booksmart Unlimited script. No, it's Tolkien. It's Tolkien. Oh, and a Dog's Journey that weekend. Ah!
Feel for you.
Like, the problem is I haven't missed a film since the Avengers came out.
Yeah.
I'm not starting that now because of a fucking Dog's Journey. That's not the film. She was as good as her reputation. She would have lost him and still be there on time.
Yeah.
She'd have her keys as well. She's locked out. What happened to you?
She doesn't have her keys anymore, does she?
She's locked out. She's rung up the locksmith. Yeah, sorry, I've been locked out. Oh, what happened? I left my keys in some guy's face.
Yeah, I don't remember him taking them out and throwing at her. I know he took them out of his face, but...
Yeah, well, she didn't take them back.
Yeah.
So I can't imagine him going, here, catch!
Yeah,
like...
I wouldn't give someone their keys back if they stuck them in my face. Chuck them in the river.
Destroy them.
You just bend the top of all the keys so they won't work. Just
or
bend them all and then
do what's happened to my key ring, right? And just oval one of the key rings. So it's not like...
That's annoying.
It's not like you can't use it, but it's ridiculously irritating. I'll actually explain how that happened, right? I've got a Fanta keyring, like quite a new one. The keyring hooked on a nail sticking out the door. So I'm trying to open the door. I push it, it's not working. I push it, it's not working. I push it, it's not working. Take it out. What the flip has happened here? Like the keys, it's oval. It's like an oval. And it's so annoying. See, with this, I sort of forgot the importance of watches and still don't really get it. Like, I get it, she's gone there to get the, what's it? She's gone there. She's gone to get the watch.
I don't get this either.
She's gone there to get the watch to find her contacts, right?
Yeah.
That's fair enough, don't it? Right? You know, because apparently watches spy and action film lovers dream. But then, why is he trying to sell the watch? What is he trying to get information out of him?
Exactly.
I feel like it's just very unclear.
I think it might have been said, but I don't remember it being said that the watches were a form of like transporting information or anything.
Well, we saw her get the coordinates from from her watch.
Yeah. But like, I don't remember it being extremely.
Oh!
set.
This is the scene where the graphics come from.
Yep.
I think. Yes. Because. Yeah. Oh, we've literally just passed it. I almost want to go back and find it, but I can't be bothered. But yeah, this is the scene with the graphics.
This is a good like subplot for the character, isn't it?
What? Someone's stalking her. Why was she stalking her again?
No, because she's into her.
Yeah, no, they are.
But she's trying to get her information, isn't she?
Yeah, because Sophia Boutella in this film sort of seems like just a young spy who's love struck. Like, she doesn't seem experienced at all.
No.
It's good that they're not really trying to sell that. Also, I swear, like this was a time of bigotry. This would not have... if there was an onlooker, they would have got kicked out. They would have got, like, at bare minimum, like, harassed out.
Yeah.
Also,
but, like, it doesn't seem like she was told to act like she was into her.
I think... See, this is, again, like, more of the object... Okay, this makes sense. But yeah, it's more of the objectification. It feels needless.
Yeah,
Why what I get it, story reasons, right? Story reasons. But why do you have to show so much of Charlize Theron naked? So much of the way it's filmed. It's got almost a sleazy look.
I mean,
I get it.
Bath scenes make sense.
Yeah,
because
it's not it's not presenting it in a sexual manner.
Yeah,
but it seems like she's putting on the wire.
The one where she's in the lingerie putting on the wire. Yeah.
Yeah, and
that was a bit.
And this,
but I feel like
this pretty much queer baiting scene.
I kind of feel like they were playing it safe by keeping it close to her instead of showing it from afar.
Well, she was She was in her underwear.
Well, it's
so there was.
But yeah.
I think it would have been a safer bet to show it from afar.
Yeah, but I feel like
the reason I was showing it from afar is because you're then going up her leg. You show. To me, it just seems like it's overly pervy. Like I get it.
I get that.
It might have been like just to show how sleazy the time was, but there's no other examples. It's all in the cinematography.
Yeah.
And it just. Do you know when it feels a little bit unnecessary? Speaking of cinematography, this film is gorgeous.
Can we talk about this toilet?
This is a toilet.
Yep.
This is a toilet.
You don't see it until the long shot, until the shot we just passed a few seconds ago, showing both of them standing. But it was a toilet. There was just a toilet in the middle.
And I'm pretty sure this is some 13-year-old whose mum said, okay, you can have it. And this is the first time that a scene's been too much for him.
Nutted 3 times already.
Yeah, like, it just... This just feels a little bit like... Is it in her character to do that? Is it in Charlize Theron's character to do that?
I don't know. Because you don't really learn that much about her character, to be fair.
Her character is very, like, she's a spy, she's this...
Yeah, she's very straightforward, but then like, you don't
She nearly shot she nearly shot the person's head off, and yet she's sleeping with someone who's got a gun because she knows who she is. Exactly. Do you know when it just seems a little bit, like, inconsistent? Like, I don't really get a sense of who Lorraine is. I didn't really get that from the first watching either.
It just shows how unplanned this part was, if you know what I mean. Because, like...
Maybe this will work better in the graphic novel.
Doesn't feel like she was told to act like she loves her.
And they've just gone along with it. Yeah. It's like I Am Iron Man, you know, in Iron Man, where he's gone... Like, he improvised the line, and they just ran with it in the MCU.
Yeah.
It feels like that a little bit, maybe. I mean, I know
within the characters.
It felt like it. See, for me, it felt like it was planned but poorly executed.
Yeah.
Like, look, this director.
I feel like it was planned, but like it feels like the characters weren't told. Yeah. If that makes sense. So the characters weren't planning it.
The actors, yeah.
Yeah.
See, for me, the film. Also, you used that line twice. You was like, maybe you're not as good at this spy shit as you think. But yeah, the thing for me is like it feels like
it's
it feels like there's two John Wick directors. I can't remember the other guy's name, but this one was the one who handled all the stunts and stuff, and the other one he was good at all of that, but he handled all of the story, and it feels like we just got the visuals.
I know what you mean, yeah.
Or the writers like sort of leaned back a little bit on the character development and all of that because it's done in the graphic novel. I haven't read the graphic novel. I want to read it sort of because if it's as stylized as this, it could be a nice read.
Yeah, yeah.
Like I can see this working as a graphic novel.
Your chair is really hurting my ass, Josh.
I'm sorry. Okay, I have a useless chair. Like to be fair, this chair isn't that comfortable, whatever.
Yeah,
but. I do not have a comfortable chair.
Why don't you get the money, go shopping? You just end up with a lazy boy in your room.
A chair is like not what I need. Like it's not top priority. I would rather My Hero Academia or like of Thor or Captain America or Black Panther pop figures.
I'd rather be able to sit comfortably.
I don't care. I will sit uncomfortably with a
You're a very strange human.
I will sit uncomfortably and look at the pop figures. I got it. But yeah,
Oh.
What was it? I was just about to say something. And
you looked at Snapchat and got distracted.
Yep, I did. Do I already have... Yep, I already have his new Snapchat. That's fine. But yeah, what was I saying? Yeah, it feels like we got the John Wick director that handled the action here. You know that? And, like, it just... I don't know. This... Just remind me, she's finding out about Sofia Boutella in this scene, isn't she?
That she was set out for her. Like, set out for her.
Yeah, this whole scene here.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
And the costume design as well seems very inconsistent. Like, the way she's presented in a lot of scenes is she's this deadly assassin.
Yeah.
She doesn't just lounge around in shirts like this.
But then it also feels like... Because where it was displayed earlier, like, she can, because she's clearly got the skill. But, like, it's still very...
It's weird seeing her dressed like that.
Yeah.
It's like if we see James Bond in a long t-shirt and shorts.
It's like seeing Iron Man fight everyone in his boxers. Like, it just wouldn't make sense.
Yeah. Or not even fight. It's like if we just see Iron Man relaxing in his boxers.
Yeah.
Like, it's something he probably does, but we don't need to, for the character's sake, we don't need to see it. And that's what it feels like with this film.
Like, we didn't see John Wick relax.
I think we did get a little bit of that in the first act.
But nothing like...
I think we got a little bit of that in the first act, but once his dog got killed, he was like...
Yeah, well, he was just coming down from his wife dying, so...
Yeah.
Also, that mic was not very well in place.
Yeah, like, you would at least tape it down.
Right?
Like, look, I don't have the experience. I don't know
I don't know how well they
I don't know how supportive
bras.
I don't know how supportive bras are for like mics. I don't know. I mean, usually I just use mine for money, but this. But no, it's like I don't. That's definitely not gonna stay.
No.
Like, because it's like she's from that shot. She's got the divot in between her boobs, holding it up.
Yeah.
It's like she's just put it there and let it flop. That's just gonna fall down and out.
Yeah.
She's gonna have like just a little like thing sticking out of her gut. Like, oh, whoops! So let me just fiddle the mic back up. Yeah, take that down. Like,
maybe we should put super glue.
God!
She's just got one of those Pritt sticks, you know, and she's put some glue in between her tits and stuck the mic there.
No, but it doesn't look like it's gonna hold.
No.
And it's things like that. It's little. You'd think it's just nitpicking, but it's little things like that in the direction that really break the character.
Yeah.
Like, I haven't...
Because we had a scene of her taping it down before as well. Like.
Yeah, They showed
that she isn't that lazy.
They showed in a very pervy way
that she isn't that lazy.
Yeah, that she will tape it down. I think, like, unless her one session with Boutella was enough to be like, yep, I'm lazy now.
I'm a slack now.
Like,
yeah.
We're over halfway through at this point, and
it's gone quick.
It's gone quicker because we're talking about it.
Yeah. By the way, this highly relies on watching it along.
Yeah,
if you're listening to this, you really need
to
be
this is a
watching
podcast. Like, I get it if you're listening, like you can't watch it at a time.
Yeah,
but you should watch along
because it really helps. Because you'll have no idea what we're talking about.
Just botched mics and boobs. It's just gonna seem very disorganized. But no, if you guys should watch along, like that is the general the way I imagine this is you guys sitting there on a Thursday, okay, I'll put my Blu-ray on, put Atomic Blonde on, put the podcast on at the same time. Like I don't expect you to be watching this and watching the film along for the first time. Like that's why actually I have a rule: I'm not covering films that I haven't seen. I'm doing films we're doing Atomic Blonde this week. We've done things like Fantastic Mr. Fox, Iron Man, Star Wars, Infinity War, films I've seen. I don't want to be doing films that I haven't seen because it's my first experience. I don't want it to be paying less attention and this scene. I remember this led into an action scene, didn't it?
I think so.
The performances are okay. The what's his name? What's her name? Sorry, Charlize Theron feels like she's her character's undefined, so it's giving her a lot less to do acting wise. But James McAvoy's good. Percival.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like the performances for the most part. But also, my problem is you would think Charlize Theron's character Lorraine is too professional to start this relationship with Delphine.
You would, wouldn't you?
Yeah. It's a really beautifully shot relationship, but it's a pointless one at that. It's
and it's also really short, isn't it?
I don't remember it going anywhere ridiculously.
No, but I'm pretty sure she breaks it off quite quick, doesn't she?
It might be, yeah. Yeah, she's saying right now, I bet I'll do it again.
Yeah. See?
It's just pointless.
She just goes, because you're a spy, bang.
Because it's going to get me killed one day. It's just going for me to get killed one day.
I mean, it probably would have back then, to be fair.
See, one thing I really like about this film is its use of colour. It's all over the place, but it looks...
It's very
stylized.
Condensed into the vibe because of where they are.
It definitely fits the style. The style is, on display here. This is a stylistic film.
I really like how it's got a...
For me, this is the style. This is what people were criticising Baby Driver for. They were saying that... What?
I looked at the train driver
Yeah.
in the background of the scene and it was just watching them walk through it.
See, you'd think that's someone you'd call up, say, hey, there's people walking through. But no, the film, this feels like style over substance.
Yeah, I will agree with that.
But Baby Driver was criticised for that. But at least Baby Driver has has more of a story. This one, the story just feels like...
I feel like I've seen that bloke before as well.
Tetris. I was a god at Tetris in secondary school. I was a god at Tetris in secondary school.
Yeah.
I remember...
Yeah, you were sitting there on it all the time,
No,
weren't you?
because people started playing it, right?
Yeah.
And then I said, I'll download that. So I played it up within a few goes.
You were beating everyone's score, and I was
within a few goes, I'd topped everyone around me.
Yeah.
To the point where I was just beating, and I was like, hey guys, look at this. Look at this. Look at
It
this.
was let's see how far I can take this.
I did it right, and there was someone from our school. She would play it as well, and I'd beat her at it, like, hey, look, beat her. And she got really pissed off to the point where she started playing Helix Jump.
She just blocked you.
No, she started playing Helix Jump. So I did it on Helix Jump. I got so good at Helix Jump that I'd get bored of it. I would delete the app, re-download it, and just play until I died to see how high I could get. And then when I died, I would just
do the same thing.
Delete it and start again. Honestly, I remember people stopped playing Tetris because of me. And then people, I know she stopped playing Helix Jump and moved on to a different game, which I wasn't instantly. Like Tetris and Helix Jump. There was like this almost instant like, yes, I've got this.
Yeah.
I can get good at this. The game she moved on to, I don't even remember what it was. Like I played like a few rounds, but I was like, nah, it's not for me. Also, it wasn't really one that I could beat her at because it wasn't a point-based one. But yeah, I remember being like,
I know him, and I can't think of where from, but I recognise his face.
Which one?
That bloke. Yeah.
That might be Bill Skarsgård.
It might be, yeah.
Because he looks a lot like the one from him in in Deadpool 2?
Yeah.
Bill Skarsgård. He, first of all, definitely, I think, Atomic Blonde, yeah.
Yeah.
It was also in Assassination Nation, which is a really good film.
I need to watch that as well, yeah.
I remember when I saw that in cinemas, that was really good.
I need to watch American Animals as well.
That was one of my best of last year.
Because I remember you said it was good, and I was like, oh, I'm definitely going to check
American Animals actually inspired the screenplay I'm writing for college right now.
Nice.
It was originally, I pictured it as an opening title sequence. It was American Animals meets Groundhog Day. And now it feels nothing like American Animals and nothing like Groundhog Day. But that's screenwriting for you. See, this is the problem. Because we have scenes like this where she's holding them at gunpoint. And he's having to say no, they're a family. But then she also, the costume design and her starting that relationship, it feels so out of character. Like, they don't know what her character is.
Yeah.
Like, it feels like they're trying to sort of... What's the word? Also, this looks very CG.
Definitely this scene is too much.
Definitely. This reminds me of the...
I do like the rest of the crowd scene, though, when they're, like...
When it goes to live action.
Into it here.
Yeah. It feels a lot like the Live Aid performance from Bohemian Rhapsody. But yeah, the film just feels... like, for the character of Lorraine, it feels like they're trying to swerve the conventional, oh, she's a badass hit woman, but they're not doing it by making her more emotional, or giving her a mother's side like they did with Ellen Ripley in Aliens. They're doing it more like oh yeah, she's badass, but she can also wear, comfortable clothes at night, and oh yeah, she's amazing.
It's not the right way to do it.
Oh yeah, she's amazing, but she can also start a lesbian relationship. Like, it just feels out of nowhere.
Yeah.
It reminded me of Green Book in a way. Now, hear me out. Green Book, I'm ignoring all the controversy it got. For me, it was obviously about a racist who learned to not become racist. And he was driving the piano player around the South. I can't remember any of the names. I feel so bad.
Okay.
It was Viggo Mortensen driving around Mahershala Ali. But it was in a way where it was like the racism was the main thing they dealt with. But there was also a scene, they didn't ever touch on this again. There was a scene where it was revealed he was gay. But they did it where he'd been arrested for making out with someone, making out with a guy. They just showed that scene, and to me, I didn't know the history behind it. So to me, it's like, oh, Andy's gay. Like, it had that feeling of, oh yeah, of course he's gay. Like,
yeah.
And that's what this feels like. It feels like it's got this feeling of, oh, of course it is, like, of course she's like a cuddly teddy bear inside. It has this, I don't like it. Like, because it felt forced in Green Book, it sort of feels a little bit forced here. Like, but scenes like that, like, where she's doing that, it shows her character, but they're just not consistent enough with her.
Yeah, I feel like it could have been shown so much earlier on that she wasn't just cold and brutal.
Yeah.
Like it did with John Wick. They showed it where he was depressed.
But they showed early on. John Wick and we'll talk more about this in the episode on John Wick.
Okay, but he was coming down from his wife dying, and he got a dog, and things were going okay.
This scene
and then his dog died, and it made him angry and gave him a motive to get the guy who.
By the way, this scene
did everything.
This scene.
Yeah.
Was,
I feel like this would have benefited if something like that had happened at the start.
But it's not a whole long shot. No music, just fight. This is a cool scene. But it just felt so boring by the time we got to it in the cinema.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah. In John Wick, like, it opens with him watching a video of his wife.
Exactly.
So it never felt like, he's randomly so compassionate, like he's got emotions. Like, no, we learn that from the beginning, and then we see his hard exterior. Like, this film definitely does, like, I know, like, people were saying, it's not the Jane Wick the trailers make it out to be, but, which is not, it's definitely not.
Not at all.
It's more. It feels more like Red Sparrow than John Wick, which I don't know. Red Sparrow came after,
and Red Sparrow is definitely better.
But this scene feels like the Raid, like a brutal fight in a tower block, hand to hand, all one take. It's definitely like the Raid inspired. It feels like the way it's filmed. It feels like it's the Raid.
That's a heavy fucking bag.
That's got like all tools and stuff in.
Exactly.
But yeah, like the way.
Didn't she throw it further though before?
I don't know. But yeah, this scene is really cool. Like, it's really well directed, and it's doing it with style. But it feels like it is deriving from a lot of other films.
She learned not to leave the object she's stabbing with inside the enemy, which is good.
She learned from sitting out a house for like 3 hours waiting for the locksmith.
I like how he just dies there as well.
It adds some tension to the scene.
I like how he just dies there and falls down, but it would have been cool to see her kick him in the head.
Or like just Sparta.
Send him down.
Or just Sparta
kick him, yeah.
But yeah, this gun's not tools.
The gun has the sniper. Yeah, the bag has a sniper in
it. No ammo. She's just gonna beat people with it.
Well, I mean, she did like
that to them, yeah.
Yeah.
Like, for me, also there's no distinct climax. Like, do you remember what the climactic action scene was?
Which one?
This is like the last thing I remember from the film, and we've still got another 40 minutes on the runtime.
Yeah.
Like, obviously, if like about what was about 5 to 8 of them, maybe 10, are.
I must
credits.
say, John Wick destroys her in headshot count.
he's got aimbot on. He's like,
he double taps everyone, you know.
Well, not in John Wick 2.
Oh, true.
Because he's got the 7 bullets.
Yeah.
And by the way, guns in films always
almost double taps everyone.
But yeah, guns in films, right? You always look at them like, oh, they should have run out of ammo by now. John Wick, it really impressed me with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
It really, it's really impressive because they.
I don't know why. Something about the blood. It looks very fake.
There would have been more blood than that.
No, yeah, but it just.
But yeah,
it looks like fake. A JPEG that's been put on the screen.
Yeah. But John Wick was very conscious with the reloading and ammo count, which I really liked. That's something that sets it aside as well.
Which, in this film, there isn't as much gunplay, so it doesn't really matter.
Yeah.
But, like, it does when it plays in this film.
I like how he can't fight as well.
But he still joins in to try and help her.
Yeah.
It's a good thing to do. It's a good person. Be like that guy. I don't even know his name.
Man with family.
Like, I'm honestly horrible with names in film anyway.
Oh, so am I.
Like,
I do like how the fights are directed, honestly.
oh, it's still
directed
one
really
shot.
well.
Have you noticed it's still...
I know.
Like, it's probably obviously done cuts where they've done like, where they've done shot things like that. That's a cut right there. But it's still presented in a way as like one shot. And it's really impressive.
But, like, when he went into the table on this side, the gun landed on it and it just fumbled down and they just went on. Like, there's no real... There's no relying on guns, if that makes sense.
I love... and that's why I keep thinking it feels like The Raid.
Yeah.
I feel like you really need to watch The Raid.
That's also why this is so... It feels so brutal.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know what I was thinking about how it should be, like... It doesn't feel like an 18. It definitely feels like a 15.
It doesn't feel like an 18. No. It does feel like a 15 that's pushing it, I'd say.
No,
not
a little bit.
Not a lot, but like slightly pushing it.
A little bit, yeah.
Like it's like playing with the border, if that makes sense.
Like Kick-Ass, yeah.
Yeah.
Like Kick-Ass, whatever. I like how she's just knackered, but she's still getting up.
Exactly.
This is...
Oh!
Armpit.
Imagine that.
Ow!
Oh! Imagine the healing of that.
My armpit hairs are hurting thinking about that.
Imagine the healing of it, though.
Yeah.
Every time you yawn and...
Oh.
Yeah.
You can... Like... Watch... Okay, what's she gonna do here? Go on. Also, it's quite resourceful. He's patched himself up. You know? Instead of just standing there and instead of helping, he's just, you know,
yeah,
medic.
I like how he's not just there and useless.
Well, I mean, all he did was glass someone.
Yeah, but, like, he's still... You know how you get companions in films and games and stuff,
in games.
And they're just... They do fuck all.
They're useless.
He's not. He's actually doing something, not just waiting for you to do everything for him.
Or not just waiting for you. Or, do you know what is annoying in Pokemon? When they're pretty much useless, like they're under-leveled slightly, but the game sort of, they're leveled appropriately, but there's now two of them. So it's like, how are you expecting me to do that with subpart AI helping me that just used Tail Whip for the 4th time and is now about to use a special attack after lowering the regular defense? Like, oh. Companions in Pokemon annoy me. Put bullets. Like, is that just says in die? That's
what?
that banner just said in die. That's quite funny. Have we had a cut yet?
Holy shit, no.
Have we seriously not had a cut yet? Like, obviously we've had cuts, but not, like, any noticeable ones. This is... Because if not, this is really damn impressive. Like, I didn't admire how impressive it was.
Yeah.
Although it does look sort of green screen at this point. Do you know when something just looks a little bit unnatural about the outside?
I see what you mean, yeah.
Like, nothing ridiculously, like, unnatural. It still looks really good, but it just feels a little like, oh, green screen. Yeah, I think I completely forgot about the rest of the film. It's just...
I must say, she has amazing control for going that fast
she does
in reverse and not spinning out.
I like that slow-mo shot.
Yeah.
She didn't even look at that. She thinks she's still being chased and the guy's like in another road. What I like is, like, oh, there have been cuts now, definitely.
Oh, yeah.
But, like, I like how she's doing the dad thing. You know, the sort of sitting on, where you're sitting, you turn around and you actually put your arm on the seat. Like, that's just a dad thing. Like, and oh my god, did they seriously not see that coming? Did they stop in a point where that could happen and didn't expect that to happen?
Yeah.
Okay.
I was fucked.
Well, I know a mechanic good enough.
My neck.
Oh, yeah, because... Oh, yeah. Of course his foot's stuck. You know. Like, I feel like...
Hold your breath, mate.
Breathe in water, because you're a pillock.
Yeah, rip it off. Don't bash it into his leg.
See, you can tell that this was filmed in a tank.
Or pool.
Yeah, probably a tank.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, this is...
Like, I'm sure that
I like the silence. I like the silence of this scene. It looks really great on Blu-ray as well.
Yeah.
This film just looks great on Blu-ray. Like, it's not one of most, like, films that I look at, like... It's not like a Paramount film where I look at, like, wow, that deserves a Blu-ray. Like, but it still looks really nice on Blu-ray. I think it's only going to be if I ever look back on DVD and that I'm going to think, Jesus Christ. Also, didn't he memorize the list? The list just drowned.
Fuck.
I mean, end of the second act for a reason.
Yeah.
Oh, act change. Gonna have to change the tape.
Have a Kit Kat.
That sounds rough. There's a chocolate bar. Were Kit Kats even around in the late 80s?
No idea.
I mean, we weren't even close to being around. I mean, my mum was barely around. She was like 6 in the 90s. She turned 6 in the night. She was like, she was 5 in the 90s. Which I find hilarious.
Your phone's gonna fall.
Is it? Where's it gonna fall? On the wire.
Yeah.
Pull it. See this? There. This whole film, like, there's nothing else to watch for at this point. If someone was to say, "Oh, Josh, you just turn this off, watch something else,"
I know what you mean. Yeah.
I think I'd only stick it out because there's 20 minutes left. Like,
yeah.
Because there's, what, 25 minutes left, maybe? It's just the third act. But there's no investment in the story. Why is she shivering? She does this, like, every night. Like... Is it really that much colder than what you're doing? Is it...
Maybe it was just a cold day in Berlin, okay?
Yeah, but... I mean, it probably was, like, much colder. Like, we can't act like it wasn't. But I can just imagine she's in ice.
What is room temperature apart from the ice, you see, in her bath?
Oh.
See, she runs a hot bath and then leaves it for a couple hours before putting the ice in.
No, because they're freezing. Right. See, I can't even remember what's happening at this. So now Spyglass is dead.
He's like, your dad's dead, mate. Sorry.
Not everyone's that insensitive, Michael.
I know.
See, a royal go fuck is what you get from the Welsh. But...
Your dad went pop.
Jeez.
I thought he was, yeah. I wasn't sure if I remembered right. I think I might have just broke your chair more as well, by the way.
Oh,
Does that didn't sound good?
I need a new chair. I need a new one. This chair, okay, it does... Michael, stand up for a sec. This chair's default angle is probably about... I don't even... Like, it's... Say if it was going like 180 degrees, it's... I don't even know how to describe that angle, but it's like 20 degrees down, maybe, sort of thing.
It's really not good for your back, I don't think.
It doesn't, like... I envy people that can sit in that.
Was the back of this just glued on? Because from this it looks like it.
There was a back that was on there.
There was there?
Yeah.
Are you sure?
I'm sure. You can go and buy bits of the bird in the wall now.
Yeah. That's a really cool shot.
Yeah, like this film is stylistically beautiful. My problem is the screenplay and the story. It's just not engaging. Like, stylistically, it's really well done, and it's just really well done. That's all I can really say about it, because it just feels derivative as well.
I like how it hits the points of everything looking grungy, and then also it hits
everything looking Flash.
The Flash and pristine parts as well, yeah. Also, that looks like an Xbox USB.
See? Made it look like LaSalle. Are you sure it just weren't LaSalle? Because, I mean, if she was really good at her job, like the Red Sparrows, she would have seduced you just to do that. 3 for 4. I don't know. Maybe it's just something I've missed, because we know Percival shot Spyglass. Yeah. So probably was him. I don't know. I just don't care.
Yeah, it'd be quite interesting to see her and John Wick in a film together.
I love this. Like, I feel like Charlize Theron could pull it off.
Yeah.
But if it was like an Atomic Wick crossover sort of thing, I wouldn't want to see that.
I'd want to see it to see how it could be handled differently.
I would want to see these two directors instead of do that. Although she does think it's her as well a little bit. But yeah, I would love to see the two directors of John Wick take in John Wick 3. They're gonna do something very similar with Halle Berry. Have you seen the trailer for John Wick 3?
No, I haven't.
There's a woman played by Halle Berry, who he calls up, and there's a scene where both their dogs attack someone, and there's action scenes with them. Like, you're gonna get what you're asked for, essentially.
Yeah.
Yeah. So okay, yeah, definitely was possible, but he's got a lot of charisma. It's like really well acted, but I just don't care.
All the actors are very good.
Yeah, like the only person who doesn't get enough to do is Charlize Theron. She's really good in the combat scenes. Like, and even when they shift to a stuntman or stuntwoman, you can't tell because the direction is so good. The problem is it's just really let down by his screenplay.
Yeah.
I mean, there's apparently 25 minutes left. I'm ready for it to end. Right this second.
I think, if I remember right, she ends up getting beat up in London at a house, doesn't she?
I think that's the final scene.
Right?
That rings a bell.
Because I remember that scene, but I'm not sure if it's this or in a different film.
It reminds me... the only other thing I think you might be thinking of is the time John Wick's attacked in the Continental.
No, it's not that. Because they didn't stop fighting.
Yeah, also, apologies if you can hear my little brother. He's loud playing Smash Brothers. My copy of Smash Brothers, by the way.
I wonder if he's found the case.
You know what? I gave the case to my aunt. And I said, Terry, can you... Look, he wanted to play it. I didn't know if I was taking it with me to my dad's. I said, look, Terry, can play it? And I was like, alright, yeah. I gave the case to her. And I haven't got that case back. And he said, can I have the Pokemon fighting game, which is Pokemon tournaments? And I said, yeah, just bring me the case for Smash Bros. This was when I came in, 2 hours, 2 hours and 45 minutes ago. This is possible, isn't it?
Yeah.
And, what's she going for?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
She was trying to go for his eyes, I think. I think she was trying to...
No, but the pillow.
Yeah, no idea.
Just take your head. Or the knife. Okay, that's one down.
No, it's glass, isn't it?
No, it's a knife. One down, 23 personalities to go. Oh. Oh, I can't, like... Oh, wow.
It shows he's been living in Berlin. If that was a Brit, he would have gone, fucking cunt. Wouldn't he, though?
That would have been... See, I can, like... I don't know about you. When I stub my toe or when something painful happens, swearing really helps.
Oh, yeah. Oh, a million times.
Like, it's actually... I think it's a sign... There's a scientific reason for it as well.
It is as well, because you're letting off, like...
Oh, she's going for a gun that they should have established was there better. I mean...
Your girlfriend's a bit busy.
She's getting railroaded by Patricia. God. I'm an awful person sometimes. Yeah. This is just...
She's just having a rest. Backs into it again.
See, this whole thing, like, she obviously cares about her.
Yeah.
But my thing is, if she just wasn't... I know they mentioned earlier that the French were involved. But if the French just weren't involved, it would have been a whole lot simpler.
Yeah.
While also being showered with bullets by the soldiers. But no, like... This... I like the idea of mixing history with fiction. Like... Just, like, you can do some really cool stuff with it. But...
It's a bit strange that she's just sitting there with a dead body. Is it?
At least she's not like she's sitting. I
At
can
least
imagine
she's not
that.
fucking it. Well, yeah.
That wasn't what I was gonna say. I was gonna say at least she's not like celebrating around it.
True.
I mean, I wasn't gonna go to necrophilia.
Yay! The wall's coming down. Picks up the body.
Oh God, no.
Oh, we do have fun.
You have issues, we have fun. This... This... Oh, who's he talking? Is he talking to
I
now?
like this shot.
It is a good... It was the Game of Thrones, and who won? My bet's on John.
Game of Thrones.
Who won? My bet's on John. Who's your bet on, Michael? I think that oh, what's her name? I think that what's that? Jean Grey has a nice shot of the throne.
Yeah.
And I've got a feeling Sean Bean's gonna come back from the dead just to take the throne.
I might watch through that at some point.
What, the Game of Thrones? What I'm planning on doing, I'm getting the box set when the Blu-ray set comes out, like all 8 seasons on Blu-ray. I really want that. The same way I want the Infinity Saga on Blu-ray. Also, I saw this really good fan creation of Infinity Saga on Blu-ray, and it's like, oh, I want that to be real. This shot, I remember it in the trailers. It was really damn cool.
When is it set? It's set
89.
89.
Yeah, the year of the Batman.
I'm Batman. It does. It feels a bit strange, but it also really fits the time with all the punks being around. Because
like there's another knife in there, like in another on his wheels.
Yeah, it was in both tires.
Okay, so the French, so she had a bit more of a purpose in the story.
Yeah, I feel like that's revealed too late.
The rest of the film, I don't like. I just think the character of Lorraine is so poorly, like, thought out.
Yeah. But,
or not even poorly thought out, poorly executed. Okay, that was a great last line. Like, James McAvoy, he is a great actor. He did this the same year as Split.
Did he?
Yeah, 2017.
Oh, okay.
Well, I say that he probably filmed Split late 15 because it was like in festivals in late 15 and then premiered properly in like January.
Yeah. But like the way the punks are around and not fully populated is a good attention to.
It's good, but at the same
it's a
time,
good attention to the era.
But at the same time, in some scenes, it's a little bit like
they
jarring.
Like, they were stood around, but then it was yet again starting to die off.
But it was also jarring, like to see this like pink-haired woman in the background, and this just random green mohawk
sitting on cars and stuff.
Like
I mean, when it's a highlight, it's a bit jarring. But when you see him just out in the population in shots, it's really well done.
Yeah.
Because you see a lot of the people that aren't punks as well. So it's good. It's good mixing and attention.
Yeah. See, that's just painful.
Mm-hmm. That's just insult to injury.
That's like toeing your wounds. I feel awful for that joke. That, like, the importance of watches. It's like. I mean, there is an easy way to tell the difference.
Is there?
Yeah. No. This is... That shot is cool, but overdone.
Also, I'm sure there'd be crowds around where they were that would have heard that gunshot.
I do love like the visual style of this film is really damn good.
Yeah.
Like I just love the visuals in this film. I feel like the style, if the style would work so much better if the story was better.
They paid attention to a lot, but not enough to other parts.
Yeah. Just feels a little bit meh. Like, how long's left? Roughly 15 minutes left. I say 15 minutes, that's including credits.
Oh, did you hear it click?
Nope. Do it again.
No.
It might have actually been picked up on the recording.
I hope
I
hope it was. My whole lower back just clicked.
See, the way we've got this is so you guys don't hear the film ridiculously loud. I've got it on headphones around my neck, and it's loud enough so that my guests can hear.
Just enough for everyone to hear it.
Yeah, which really annoys everyone at college. The way...
Yeah, because sometimes you faintly hear it.
Yeah, like, I'll be listening to music and like, Josh, can you turn it down? Why? I've got headphones on. Or no, I showed my friend Keen. Shout out to him and his channel, by the way. Links in the description. And also any links that Michael gives me will be in the description. I showed Keen the new trailer for Sonic the Hedgehog, which looks ridiculous. I can't tell if it's good or bad, but it looks ridiculous.
It looks ridiculous, and I hope they embrace that.
Yeah.
I hope they embrace how ridiculous they could go with it. Because if they don't, I feel like it'll be like they're trying to be too serious, and it'll ruin it.
Yeah. I feel like it's just gonna be brilliant. Like, if it's gonna be really bad or really good. Can you stop that? Like, I don't even know what you're doing. I really like. Oh yeah, but I showed him the trailer, and I had my headphones full volume. For me, it's a good volume. For him, I've just seen him put them on, and then just like rip them off to the point I thought he was gonna throw them at the computer. It was so funny to see, but at the same time, like. You just like I feel a little bit bad for him because I'm like, oh, sorry, turn volume down. He's like, Jesus Christ, are you deaf? Are you deaf or something? Definitely go check out Keen's channel in the description. He's very funny. His skits are very funny. Also check out Danny Aaron's, another YouTuber. Joe, thank you hugely for the art again. He's been on a few episodes. Go check him out. Go check the other episodes out. Go check out Brennan, Heather, everyone's link in the description. Go check out my short film channel, linked in the description. Just follow links in the description. Just follow them links. Press the appropriate subscribe, the follows, all buttons like that.
Subscribe.
Yeah. So I think this is it, isn't it? Yes. Yeah, oh no, there's one more scene. 3 days later, in Paris. I remember this, I think, from the trailers, but I thought this was Red Sparrow. Something about this. No, this was definitely Atomic Blonde. For some reason, I remembered this, but thought it was Red Sparrow.
No, Red Sparrow is the bed one, isn't it?
Because how does Red Sparrow end?
No, Red Sparrow has the scene with the bed. No.
I know it has a scene, I think, somewhat similar to this. But
the massive change in Charlize here, though.
Yeah, exactly.
Like she pulls it off, but it's almost hard to recognise her at first.
Yeah. She's very good at that.
Yeah. You
should see her in her first role as well. Ah.
That's the guy that was at the bar, wasn't it?
I think so, yeah. And now me. Watch. Scale on to 10, how much is he going to get murdered?
Million.
Oh, he's not. He knows it's drugged. Guaranteed.
Oh,
yeah. What? So that's such a, like, posh thing to do. Like, hang on.
Yeah.
Hang on. That didn't work. I had Coke dripping down the lid. And I've got it all over my jeans and top.
Lovely.
I look like a flower factory. Don't do drugs, kids. Don't do drugs.
Kids shouldn't be listening to this anyway.
Probably not. I mean, I think the the fuck, marry, kill joke about the 3 versions of Charlize Theron was probably enough to warrant kids to not listen.
They hear that and just leave. Just like, no.
This. See, I remember this from the trailers, but it does like the Sony thing of showing the very end from the trailer in the trailers. That's got to damage the gun.
No guns can fire underwater.
No, like the water might damage it a little bit.
Depends how long it's been in there, I reckon.
His head went back way before she shot. To the point where it's distracting when the blood comes out the back of his head. And he doesn't go back, like...
And no blood came out of the other...
Can we just talk about how...
No blood came out of his head.
Can we just talk about how delayed, like, it... Oh my god, it just looks so delayed here. What's wrong with this action scene?
It's cool.
I think if it was at the right...
Too, like...
And that just looked like a JPEG.
At least it had a blood splatter. If
this action scene wasn't done mostly in slow-mo, which, why would you end your film on mostly slow-mo? If this action scene wasn't done on mostly slow-mo, it might have been cooler. But it was done on mostly slow-mo, you could tell when people were throwing their head back too early.
Yeah. Or
when the CG artists didn't do it properly.
See, that's the sort of thing that that reminded me of Deadpool.
What?
With the slow-mo.
Yeah.
But Deadpool did slow-mo better. Please tell me she takes the alcohol, doesn't she?
She just has a drink.
It's vodka as well.
Yeah. Charlize Theron doing the water like that. I mean, she's lost her life like long ago when she started this whole spy shit. Okay, for a minute I thought it was ending on Ice Ice Baby.
Collaborate in this.
No, because like you can hear it, right?
Yeah.
I hate this song because it sounds like Ice Ice Baby. Like, it's the same reason I can't listen to the Time of the Season one. You know, the one that Eminem sampled on Rhyme or Reason. There's no rhyme.
Oh,
yeah, you know that one? I can't listen to that song anymore. I hear it in The Conjuring and I'm like, oh, Eminem in the 70s. Nope, this is not right. Oh, and they end on another hookish type thing. Again, they did a shot something similar in Red Sparrow, but Red Sparrow might have just been. Oh no, it didn't. I'm tripping. Red Sparrow's a really good film. Like I love the style of this. Like that shot there, it's great cinematography.
I reckon we should do Red Sparrow next.
Nah, I'm not sure. I'm gonna do something relevant next week.
Oh, next one we do.
Oh no, it's John Wick. You want to be here for John Wick,
okay.
don't you? Unless you don't want to do John Wick.
But I feel like if we did Red Sparrow, that'd be a good comparison one.
It would, but I think it should be done if there's not a relevant reason to, like the next Jennifer Lawrence film. Like, plus I need to get that on Blu-ray. So she's working for the Americans the whole time. Oh yay! Because she's a double, triple, quadruple. Like, how many agents is she?
Yeah, it's too much.
Alright, I'm gonna eject the Blu-ray now. You can put it back in your case.
That was the end, so yeah.
Yeah. So,
bit of
thank God. Okay,
time,
I just want you guys to know. The last time I did this swapping over from Blu-ray to DVD, from Blu-ray to computer screen, I saw that it had auto-saved and had cut recording an hour into a 2.5 hour recording of Star Wars: The Last Jedi.
Oh no!
Which I think I spoke about that when I did The Force Awakens. That was. I think I might have released that episode at some point as just a bonus. But yeah.
On your phone.
No, shut up, Michael. But no, yeah. Final thoughts, Michael?
I don't know. I don't know where I stand.
For me, I stand on it was better than the first time because I can appreciate the style more this time.
100% better than the first time, yeah.
I can appreciate the style more this time. It feels less like, oh my god, it's so boring. So yeah, it's boring, but it looks really nice. Like, I feel like I picked more problems with it, but at the same time I got more positives. I think I'd give it a C-, D+, maybe, somewhere around that area.
Yeah.
What would you give it?
I don't know. I'd probably same as you, to be fair.
You're not positive on it anymore?
I am. I still like it. It's still a good film to me.
So would you say you're more B-, C+ sort of area?
But it's... I don't know. It's one of those films I can't really stand solidly somewhere because I like it still, but it's got a lot of problems.
Yeah. I see where you're coming from.
It's a bit like Suicide Squad, but I enjoy this more than
I
Suicide
don't like
Squad.
Suicide Squad anymore.
So
I remember I saw it once, and I actually got grief on Facebook because I gave Suicide Squad a 7.4 instead of like a 9 or a 10. Like 7.4 was a good review.
That's generous.
Yeah, it's a good review. Don't bash a good review. Otherwise, like I could have just been. If you guys don't know, Michael's got a CD. It's a signed CD Between Somewhere by rapper Token. Is it somewhere? It's Between Somewhere, isn't it?
Between Somewhere. Yeah.
Yeah, it's got a signed copy of Between Somewhere from the rapper Token. You got it from the show that was about a week. It was nearly a week ago, and it was a week ago tomorrow as of recording.
Yeah.
It was a week ago. Yeah, it was 8 days ago as of publishing this video, but it was like he got the CD, and I looked at I put it next to the case, over the case, and I said, "Oh, that could fit in there." So he said, "No, it don't fit." I tried. It didn't fit, so I just slided it in there and just shut the case perfectly. And I said, "What do you mean? It fits?" And he sulked for a solid 3 minutes. I had to go and sort out something else so that he could get over it.
It was because I put it in the other side.
And
I was like, well, I can't be bothered to try it the other way, or just stick it in my bag and go.
Oh, well. Yeah.
Alright,
well, that's going to be it for this episode. And 2 weeks' time, we're going to be covering John Wick.
Yeah.
So, I hope you guys are ready for that.
Are you doing only the first?
Pardon?
You're doing only the first?
Yeah. I don't have the second. I don't have access to the second one at all.
I do.
Did you get the Blu-ray?
No.
Oh, fires.
Yeah.
Whatever. I'm not going to do that for these. But yeah.
Fair enough.
Alright, that's going to be it for this video, guys. If you enjoy it, please leave a like, subscribe. Check out whatever links Michael wants me to put in the description. I'll get him to send them over. And, by the way, that logo of his is from a meme. He wanted me to use his Instagram. So I said, alright, can you send me your Instagram? And he sent me a meme. I said, that's not your Instagram. He's like, yeah. Just cut out the little earth head.
Very well.
Just crop the earth head. And I'm like... Michael, you. So they may not look identical, but I'll leave his Instagram name in the description, just because you need something in the description. All right, see you guys next week. Bye. You gonna say bye?
Oh, see ya.
Bye.